Stop thinking of yourself as middle class. You are working class. I've seen many commenters on this subreddit confused about the whole working class owning class divide. So I'm gonna do my best to offer an introduction to the idea. Working class: these are the people whose main source of income is a salary. Be they doctors, janitors, or software engineers. You can own stock and get dividends from it. You can own a second or third house that you rent out. You can own your own small business. It doesn't matter. If you can't put food on the table without a job, you're working class. Owner class: these are the big investors, big landlords, corporate CEOs, and so on. Sure, some of them technically have a job, managing properties or running a company. But if the majority of their income, let's say 70%, comes from rents or investments or company bonuses, then they are owning class. The reason this distinction is important is because it separates people based on their interests. Workers want higher wages, so they can have more money. Owners want lower wages, so then products can be made cheaper, resulting in higher profit margins. Workers want lower costs of living, so their money can buy more things. Owners want higher costs of living, as higher rents and product prices lead to higher profits. By understanding this divide, we can better understand our position and the position of the people opposed to us, opposed to workers' interests. The reason I'm asking you to stop thinking in terms of lower, middle, higher class is because this is a tool used by the owner class to confuse and divide us. You can have higher class working people, software engineers and doctors, and you can have middle class owning people, a landlord with only 3 houses. As a result, by seeing the world as lower, middle, higher class, you are discouraged from working together with your lower class and higher class colleagues and are unable to see who's actually screwing you over. It's similar to how they are trying to divide us among racial lines, or religious lines, or by age. Whites vs Mexicans, Christians vs Muslims, straights vs trans, and so on. They are trying to convince you that your interests are the same as the owner class, in order to stop you from going against them. You and Jeff Bezos are both Americans, so stop fighting among yourselves. You and Elon Musk are both straight men, so your interests are the same. You and Trump are both Christian, so you should support one another. It's a tool, nothing more. And with it, the owning class has maintained and grew its power exponentially. So I encourage you to unite with your fellow workers and put an end to this nonsense. Class consciousness is essential to change anything. This should be pinned in the sub forever. Well said. As someone who resides within a more well-off segment of the working class, partner is a physician, it's crazy to me that a lot of our peers don't see themselves as working class. They want to believe they're in the owner class, but they really aren't. And laws, reforms that benefit the greater working class would overwhelmingly benefit them as well, save for the small percentage who own multiple investment properties. Class solidarity is impossible when so many members of the working class can't, refuse to identify as working class. I've just watched a video about similar topic last week. https://www.youtube.com/watch v=nd7 co tdrao. I never understood that. I am lucky to always have had a good salary, but I have never saw myself better than the cleaning lady or any unskilled worker just because of it, nor that my engendering skills warranted the difference that exists between our salaries. The best I had is the owner asking me to fire an employee, then to hire her back 3 months later at the same salary. I did call her back, but I told her to ask for much more money. I will always stand with the employee against this type of owner. even if I am part of management. I just know I'm poor, no thinking about it. Unless you are a business owner, you are a worker, just like everyone else. This makes sense. Thanks for posting. There's a video on YouTube about the myth about middle class. It's really interesting. There is no middle class. Not anymore. If you own your small business, you are petite bourgeois, not working class. They are two classes, 1% and the rest. If you have to sell your time to afford food, you are exploited. A slave, in other words. If missing rent one time will put you on the street, you are poor no matter what degree you have. People will judge you based on how much you make, and that it. Workers of the world unite. Karl Marx. I'm not even working class. I'm living on my family's charity. I can't work due to a combination of conditions, and I'm currently in the process of applying for disability. Again, none of my limited family members are willing to let me stay with them, so they pay my part of the rent and utilities for the 2BR apartment I share with 4 other people. My room is technically a storage space and has no door and very little privacy. I get most of my spending cash from pet sitting or repairing and selling stuff I scavenge from dumpsters.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.